Oh, goodness. Hi, fellow Laurentians. 40 years in a Reader's Digest version. Here's your snapshot. I am a registered nurse on a cardiac unit. I'm also a doula. So I work with midwives. I have the honor of helping uh, people with prenatal care, transitioning into family life, postpartum care. So I do that here in the United States. So I will be doing that career, making that career in Ireland within the next 9 to 12 months. As well, I will also be putting a little accelerating my musical theater career. I will no longer be, well, not longer, but be auditioning for uh, professional work as well as the community theater work that I've been doing. So I have a wonderful son who is 35 years old, who is he's in the biochemical field, and he is in the cannabis industry. He designs varietals of edibles for people with chronic illnesses like cancer and people who cannot, who have trouble eating, have trouble keeping things down, difficulty gaining and keeping weight. So I'm very proud of him. And I made my reservation at the Paper Valley Hotel, and I can't wait to come and see you all.
That's wonderful. I'm so thrilled that you're going to be there. So, talk about why you want to come.
I was listening to Susan Lipke's testimonial the other day, and I was so inspired again and so happy that I chose Lawrence to further my education. And I'm coming because I really want to say, it's my way of saying thank you. It's my personal way of saying thank you. I have a mantra. I use it with musical theater. I use it. It all begins with the teacher. And I am so blessed that I was inspired at Lawrence by the teachers to think critically, to not accept everything anybody tells me, even if I respect them as fact, to find my own values, to find my own way of being myself, to always elevate, to try to elevate myself, to be inquisitive. It really sparked my knowledge. Not my knowledge. It really sparked that fire to, well, yeah, but you told me that, but what happens after that? Okay, I took 17th century poetry, and I know that, Mr. Pope, but what about this? How else does this work? And Lawrence really put that foundation under me to learn, to want to find out, to be inquisitive, and drives my friends crazy sometimes because I saw this, let's go do this, let's find out about this. But it really it's my way of just saying thank you for putting that foundation under me, and I'll forever be grateful. And I want to see if there are any mayflies still there. Darn bugs.
So what would you say to somebody who doesn't, I don't think I'm going to go to the reunion? What would you say to them?
Better to come to the reunion and want to leave than not go and say to yourself, you know what, man, I should have been there. Because the next reunion is not for 5 years, people. And you don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. I would say do yourself a favor and come, because at the very least, you're going to giggle a lot. I think that's probably something that you can be promised, is that you will giggle a lot.
And what are you looking forward to the most?
I am looking forward to seeing Christy Ross, Dean and Mrs. Pirtle, aka Brian and Leila. I'm looking forward to going back to the conservatory and just sitting there and just thinking about this is where my dreams started. That's the most. Secondly is I know that Lawrence, its architecture, its building, so much has changed. the facade has changed, but the dedication to education, the amplification, the elevation is still there, and it's growing every day. So I really want to remember that I was a part of that in some small way. That's my school.
Why do you feel connected to the college?
It all began with a teacher. That's where it started. The Conservatory of Music took me in. It gave me it let me know that my dreams were not silly, that I had to work toward them. It gave me that fire. It disappointed me a lot, mostly because I disappointed myself. I think that's the one thing I would tell my younger self: work harder. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to fail. So the connection is just, it started me, it took me a really long time to grow into my own skin and to become who I am. And I'm still, working on myself, but that's where it started. And it's never bad to go back to your touchstone. It's never, I have a feeling when I go back there, I'll go, oh yeah, I remember when I sang that song, or I remember when I wanted to do this, or I remember when I made that stupid decision. It's all intertwined. The past is intertwined in my future, and yeah, connected. I want to go back. I want to touch that one more time in 3D, in real life. And again, to say thank you.